All right, so let's get the party started here. This training is called Reclaim Your Day, and this is part one of part two and how we skyrocket our productivity. You know, when I look back on my journey, really since I got in real estate in 2007, March 5th, 2007, that's when I left my corporate job. And having a corporate job, you know, where someone else pays you, and maybe you put in effort in a day, maybe you don't. Most of the time, I worked really hard at my corporate job, but it's way different than being in business for yourself. So in real estate, the challenge is we have the worst boss that we could possibly have. We have the type of boss that sometimes pushes us and sometimes lets us off the hook. Sometimes, you know, make sure that we're doing the things that matter in our business, and sometimes lets us do things that are, you know, maybe not as important, not as critical in terms of our growth. So let's talk about skyrocketing our productivity. If you're not in our free Facebook group, this is where it happens. This is where I add value to the community. Over 6,000 members strong, real estate business builders. Go there, request to access, answer a couple questions, give you a free copy of the book if you haven't gotten it yet, and we will rock and roll over there. So I went from a solo agent in 2008 as the market was declining rapidly. We went from 15,000 agents to 5,000 agents in my market. I sold 44 homes that year, 2008. That was the kickoff of the Great Recession, at least in my market. Indicators in about mid 2007, but really it hit the fan in 2008, 2009. Went on to 10x the production of the business, but I incrementally built the business out in a way where I could sit in the owner seat of the business. And that year we did 453 transactions. I worked, 40 or 42 days. And ever since I've, made all the mistakes you can make, but I've mastered parts of the business, served a ton of families with their real estate needs. Thousands of folks have been through real estate B school. I've checked the box on time, checked the box on money. And like I said, I'm the guy who's willing to share the struggles. And I really do mean that. I think there's an easier way to go about this business than even I did. It took me about, 6 years to grow my business out in a very specific way about 5 years, where I was sitting in the owner seat of the business. And I want to make that journey easier for others. So let's get after it here. If you haven't yet gotten a copy, this is our most popular giveaway. It's our business productivity pack. In this productivity pack, we give you three main things, three exercises that everyone at Real Estate B School goes through to get massive results. You'll get our time study, you'll get our delegate to elevate exercise, and you'll get our ideal week exercise. So, I figured some things out in business. I figured out how to get paid a lot of money in as little time as possible with the least stress possible. And these three tools allowed me to do that over a series of years in applying these disciplines. So grab a copy, just comment time tactics wherever you're consuming this training, and we'll get that out to you. So Jim Rohn, awesome quote: time is more valuable than money. You can get more money, but you cannot get more time. So there is the most valuable resource there is your time. So the reason I am passionate about this is because I don't want you to waste time on things that don't matter. I want you to be super efficient in your business so that you can have impact in the areas of life that matter more to you. Maybe you're a parent, maybe you're a spouse, be you have siblings or your parents that you want to take care of, or friends that you want to hang out with. And maybe there's just other things you want to do in the world besides be consumed in real estate. And real estate has a tendency to do that to us, right? Time is finite and we need to make the most of it. So why does this matter? Our ability to manage our time and energy, it enhances our productivity by enabling us to do the right things in less time. So part of it is making sure you're just not, organizing your time, but you're doing the right things with that time. So improves the quality of work that you put out. It lowers your stress, lowers your anxiety, better control, increases the amount of opportunity that you'll have in your business. So there's so many good things that happen when you tend to your time and you focus on your productivity. So in terms of where to start, there's three things we're going to go through. And then I think the part two, I think I've got an additional 4 things that I'm going to share with you. We want to quickly organize your time, increase your productivity, prevent procrastination, which is common in our business, right? We tend to displace maybe critical activities in our calendar with maybe some urgent stuff, a deal blowing up or whatnot. And we want to turn you into a productivity warrior. That is the goal. So number one, do not unplug and say, oh, time blocking. Like, I know what time blocking is. This is in that business productivity pack. The reason I'm able to, today I worked less than 20 hours a week. I work Monday through Thursday, 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. Took me a bunch of years to get there, but it was worth it. And I was able to do it with this, this method. I believe there's structure in, there's freedom in structure. So time blocking is deciding in advance where you're going to spend your time, when you're going to be with your family, when you're going to work out, when you're going to go for a walk, when you're going to, spend time with your spouse, date nights, church, new business development, which includes lead generation and lead follow-up, when you're going to take appointments, when you're not going to take appointments, right? So time blocking is the key. In the business productivity pack, you'll have the exercises laid out for you. So you have 2 pieces of paper, Monday through Sunday, and the hours on the left-hand side. And you basically estimate the amount of time it's going to take to do the tasks that are most important to you, personally and professionally. This is the most fun part of what I do. And it's actually I don't have my business freedom planner at my desk, but we have a planning system. And this is a quarterly activity that we do. So you design it on paper, then you put it into your digital calendar. And it's all about allocating time to the most crucial things that have to happen. So when you get to the office, if you're working at home or in a physical office, you actually know what to do, right? I wouldn't know what to do. I wouldn't be recording this video and doing this training if my calendar didn't tell me to do so, right? I wouldn't know when to, do the things that I do if I wasn't intentional with my time. And more critically important, if you're not where you want to be financially and you're not where you want to be in terms of some other goals that you've set for yourself. So really, really important. So number 2 is a technique called the Pomodoro technique. And there are some pretty cool, I'm a Google Chrome user. There's some cool Chrome extensions. If you go to like the Chrome store and search up Pomodoro, essentially, this is eliminating all distractions, working in 4 blocks of 25/5. So for a 2-hour time block, in B School, we call these work on business time blocks. It could be for new business development as well, where you're going to be head down, laser focused for 25 minutes on the most important activity that you need to work on. Then the timer goes off. You get a 5-minute break to refresh, to clear the brain. Then you're head down for 25 more minutes, 5 minutes up, 25 minutes on. You could do as many, 2, 3, or 4 cycles. If you do 4 cycles back to back, Pomodoro cycles, you will need a longer break. So it's a lot of focus time, but you will be surprised how much work you can get done in a 25-minute laser focus. This thing is nowhere to be found. So this is turned off or put in the other room. I'm waving my cell phone. That is not part of this game, right? You're not going to use that at all. It's not anywhere around. I guess if you were to use it as your timer, make sure you're not checking your text. You're not going, you're laser focused. Massive leg up on your ability to achieve the most important things if you use that technique. Number 3, and there's a great book by Brian Tracy called Eat That Frog, is to tackle the hardest tasks first. In the ideal week we suggest at Real Estate B School, it is new business development. And like I said, there's 2 parts. There's 2.5 to 3 hours. We call them 50/10s, where you can do 25/5s or 50/10s, where you are laser focused on generating new leads. So lead generation, and then take a short break, and then you're in an hour lead follow-up, and that's 5 days a week. There's not a way to successfully scale or predictably scale your business unless you're doing those those eating that frog activities, right? Those are the things you don't want to do that you should do first. You need to decide also, like, what is going to be the indication of you doing it successfully. So if it's having conversations with would-be buyers and sellers, first-time conversations, that's new business development, lead generation. You should have 20 meaningful conversations before you end that activity. That's a key performance indicator, right? And in your lead follow-up time block, it could be, I'm going to have 5 meaningful follow-up. We call those MFUs. So meaningful conversations are MCs, MFUs are meaningful follow-ups. And they're phone conversations, not text, not email, not Facebook message, an actual phone conversation with someone that you had previously contacted that now you are contacting again. So, and those are the 2 biggest frogs. There might be some other frogs, like if project work or systems work and you're not a systems person, those may be things that you focus on as well. Bottom line is that if you want to get the right things done personally and professionally, you must learn how to manage your time, how to manage your time blocks, how to manage your energy, and get the most important things done first in the day and do them consistently. And these are immovable things, right? These are things that you cannot negotiate with yourself in the morning to move a lead generation time block, to move a lead follow-up time block, and rationalize that this deal that's under contract is more important than the new business that I'm looking for, right? So that is the bottom line. This allows you to not have any judgment about what you're going to do because it's right there waiting for you to be done. It's right in your calendar. So this is where true business freedom comes from. And this is where your ability to kick butt in business and win in your home as a husband or a wife or a father or a mother, right? Those are 2 big roles that are hard enough in and of themselves. And if you let the business get out of bounds and you're not doubling down on the time that you're allocating to your business and it spills over into your personal life, that's where things get sideways and it's just not worth it. So if you have missed our previous training, we actually gave away some really good time management tools. It included, basic tools like your Google Calendar. We talked through an app called Notion to organize your thoughts, or you may be an Evernote user, your clock, right? I talked about Pomodoro apps. Trello is an easy way to get organized as well. Whatever works for you to keep yourself organized so that you know the things that you need to work on in your business and what you need to work on your business, the next project or system that you need to implement in addition to new business development, right? So blend all of these things that we're going through and just holistically look at where your business is strong, where it's weak, what you're really doing well, what you're not doing well. And stay tuned. Like I said, next week we'll do a part 2. I'm going to go into 4 more techniques that you can reclaim time in your day. So if you want to go further, faster, you guys know I never outright sell anything. All I can offer you is a conversation. We call these a business growth assessment to see if you're poised for growth. I believe this is the prime time for you to take advantage of. The industry is eating up agents right now. 10,000 agents a month are leaving real estate. This is the time where you can double down and you could grow your business. This is the market, slightly different thing that was going on in the market, but agents were getting out of the business like crazy when I was ramping up my business. New agent went from 27 homes my first 10 months to 44 my first full year, 58, 118, 178, 248, 312, 453. Right. By 2012, I was out of production. I sold 1 home out of the 248 homes, and I did it on the right model, profitably, sustainably, very little stress. I had good people in place running it. So this is the time that you can do it. You could do the same thing no matter where you are in your journey. So go to rebsgrowthassessment.com. That's rebsgrowthassessment.com. And we will see you on the next training. Much love, much respect. We'll see you.